Hi, I'm Kevin Harrington, an original shark from Shark Tank. The idea of microloans may have once been reserved for only the ultra-rich, but now anyone can participate in this game-changing lending platform. Positiviti Lending empowers individuals to make a difference in underserved communities while building wealth. And joining me today is Vice President of Sales and Marketing, Rudy Beltran. Rudy, thank you for being here. Hey,
thanks for having me.
It's great to have you. And I just want to know, I know a little bit about MicroLending,
Sure.
and for those that don't know, could you explain the process of raising capital in North America and how it supports MicroLending that you're doing in Kenya, right?
We're a private company here in the U.S. We raise capital in North America. We deal with all individuals. We're not just dealing with accredited investors.
Okay, so
anyone,
individuals can put money into your platform and lend that money to Kenya and receive returns on their investment.
And we have two levels of entry for our lenders. Anyone that comes in below $50,000, you'll make 1% a month or 12% a year.
Okay.
If you come in over $50,000, there is a little bit more incentive for you.
Gotcha.
It's at 3% a month or 36% a year.
Oh, wow.
Great opportunity. One, to get into the program, start compounding on a yearly basis.
Right.
And individuals can really grow at 36%. You can see some really good growth.
That's awesome.
Worst case scenario, you come in, you make 12%.
Okay.
We all know you can't get 12% at any of the banks.
Right. How do borrowers in Kenya access all of this? And I have to believe there's some pretty cool technology involved here, right?
That's a great point.
Okay.
That's a great question. One thing in Kenya, they have embraced the MPESA, which is their digital banking service.
Okay.
They have over 51 million customers. They do over 314 billion in transactions a year. It's not just unique to us. It's all the companies that are working in this business model, they have to use this banking service.
Right.
So basically what happens is individuals in Kenya go online, they select an app.
Gotcha.
Hopefully it's one of ours.
Okay.
And then they apply for credit.
Gotcha.
Now for us, we have a low end of $5 and a high end of $500.
500.
These are 30-day loans, and depending on their credit, most people don't have any credit history at all.
Right.
And so they start at the low end, and obviously the interest rates are a little higher. But if you get up to the 500 limit, your interest rates are lower. Right?
Gotcha.
You've established some credit over time.
There's a couple steps that I'm thinking of here. Number one, there's money that gets dispersed to the folks that are borrowing, right? And then the most important step to me, how do the loans get repaid? Okay, because that's where there's the return on the investment, right?
Yeah, and one key thing is the Central Bank of Kenya. It hasn't regulated the industry, but it definitely has helped the industry by putting together some things in place. One of the things they've done is they've actually put as an individual, if you borrow money and you decide not to pay back in your 30-day period, you can't just go to another company and start another account.
Okay, you're done.
Yeah, so you have to pay back.
Gotcha.
Now, granted, if you don't like the company you're working with, obviously pay back the loan and try one of the others.
Gotcha.
But they have put things in place to help the industry. But again, these are individuals. These are what they call medium to small micro enterprises. These are street vendors.
Oh.
And, they specialize in a consumer good.
Right.
They use the money, the capital they borrow from the industry to buy those consumer goods that they specialize in. They sell them in the market.
They make a profit. They can pay the interest, and it all just keeps cycling.
It just keeps cycling. Now, the great thing for us, once you've been in the system and you've established credit, we also have a credit union that we've opened.
Right.
This gives them access to true banking services, right? Outside of just borrowing money. Right. They can now go and get significant loans, right? Up to $10,000.
Oh, bigger loans, right.
At a longer period of time.
Awesome, right.
So what we've seen is the system is working, okay? We have 80,000 members in our credit union currently.
Wow.
We have 325,000 folks that have downloaded our app in Kenya.
Okay.
We have 300,000 that use it on a regular basis, meaning monthly. So what we see is the equation, right? The algorithm works.
That's nice.
That if they stay in it, develop some credit history, then they can use these.
And they pay back the money, because if they don't, they're out of business. Because they're not going to be able to get money elsewhere. Correct. So it's sort of a cool concept. But I understand the process on how the people that borrow the money, how that all works. But now let's talk about the lenders.
Correct.
And how the lenders receive their returns and the interest gains. How does all that? Because that's ultimately where the rubber meets the road is I want to get a return on my investment.
Yeah, so at Positiviti Lending, we ask our lenders to come in for a 1-year contract. You come in, your money goes to a loan pool. That loan pool is dispersed through the MPESA digital banking service, goes to Kenya, right? The loans are paid back on a 30-day period. So every month, you as a lender receive your interest into your account.
Right.
Okay, you have access to your account online. You can see the monthly payments that are made into your account, whether you're at 1% or 3%. And then after that first year, you're liquid. You have 3 options. You can take your principal and interest and leave the platform, which my job is to keep you there.
Yep.
You can take the interest. You'll get a 1099 at the end of the year. And then your second year is with your original principal. Or what we encourage everyone to do is we ask them to take their principal, the interest earned in that first year, compound it, and start the second year.
Start the second year.
And start building some wealth.
Awesome. Are there measures that you have in place to ensure the security of these transactions and also maybe the integrity of what's happening?
That's a great question.
I mean, we're dealing in Kenya, so security and integrity. Let's talk about it.
Well, we have 2 checkpoints. One is when the lender enrolls, we have a third-party site that checks you as an individual to make sure there's no red flags. Obviously, want to make sure that you're a fine citizen and haven't had any issues in the past. Right? That's the first checkpoint.
That's easy. Okay.
The second checkpoint is we go through a third party as well to make sure your money's coming from a viable bank.
Gotcha.
Even we've got folks from Canada and Mexico that are participating. We just got to make sure that the banks are legit, right?
Yes.
So those are the 2 checkpoints we have.
Gotcha.
And
then keeps it all on the up and up.
Yeah, keeps it on the up and up, and then money is sent to Kenya.
Yeah. So you're an entrepreneur building your business. How do you plan to scale and grow this in Kenya? And do you have any kind of long-term goals for your business?
Yeah, I mean, really for us right now is growing brand visibility, right? We want to grow awareness, not only for Positiviti Lending, we want to grow awareness for the microlending industry, right?
Right.
Our competitors are big competitors, and folks still don't even know who they are. So if they don't know who the top lender is in this market, they're not going to know who we are.
Right.
So that's very important for us to build brand awareness. We're participating in a lot of investing conferences. So that we can get in front of folks that have portfolios of $2.5 to $4 million.
Right.
And it's a great opportunity for us to showcase what we're doing. It's a very easy process to get involved. Granted, the industry is not regulated by the SEC. Obviously, we still follow SEC guidelines. Right. A lot of people jump in and are happy to be part of the program.
That's awesome.
And then there's others that take 6 to 8 months, or they do their due diligence. Unfortunately, financial advisors don't really know about the industry, so when they talk to their financial advisor, it's usually negative.
Gotcha.
But what we tell them is you've got to do your due diligence.
Well, thank you so much for being here today.
No, thanks for having us.
And those that are out there, if you are interested in finding out more, you're going to want to visit positivitilending.com to get started. Thank you.
Thank you.